Hey guys, we just recently got a Blu-ray player, and we've been wanting to get one for a long time, but we finally got one, and we got some Blu-ray movies, to start out with our, player, and most of these I picked, because some of them I've been wanting to get, and there's actually one of these that I could never find on DVD. You had to buy it in the Blu-ray and DVD combo, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my collection. There's only 6 of them here, but it's a good start. First one is Rest Stop, Dead Ahead. Now, this is one that my dad got. I'll show you the disc. And it looked pretty good because just imagine it, taking place at a rest stop. It would seem like it was a pretty good film. I watched it and it was terribly boring. It There's not really that much gore and it just has no story at all. I can't even tell you what it's about because I couldn't even finish watching it. It was so boring. But this has a very low IMDb rating, and they even made a sequel to Rest Stop, and I believe they're making a third one. But I, I can't describe this movie, you just have to watch it for yourself. The second one is Buried. Now, this came with the DVD and the Blu-ray copy. I have been wanting to see this for a long time. What really got me into it was, in the trailer, it says Alfred Hitchcock would be proud. I mean, we don't know that, but that's an interesting thing to get fans. And it's about Paul Conroy. The whole movie takes place inside a coffin. And basically the entire movie he's trapped in this box and he's trying to find out how to get out of the box. And he has a cell phone, a Zippo lighter, a glow stick, and a knife. And he's basically trying to find out who put him there and how to get out and why they put him there. And it's a really good film. It's kind of boring at some parts, but the climax is really awesome. I don't want to give the climax away because the ending is twisted, but it's really suspenseful. It's a really good film, and it's made by a Mexican company, so it should be pretty good. It has Ryan Reynolds in it, and he was in Adventureland, The Proposal. He's in the new Green Lantern movie, but this is a really good film, and I recommend this to anyone who's a fan of Alfred Hitchcock. This is a really good film to have in your Blu-ray collection. This next film is Daybreakers. Show you the disc inside. This film is about how the entire human race has been turned into vampires, and there's only like two or three humans left, and they end up finding a way to market like synthetic blood, and these vampires need blood. Well, one of them gets bit by a vampire, and it turns out his blood is like immune to the vampire's blood, and it turns vampires back into humans. So they basically have to distribute this guy's blood out to get rid of all the vampires. And it's a pretty good film. It's really gory and clever. It's got William Dafoe in it, and you might remember him best from the Spider-Mans. And Sam Neill is in it, and he was in Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3. But this is a great film. If you're into vampire movies like 30 Days of Night, you might like this movie. I do recommend it. It's one of those movies that you don't necessarily need on Blu-ray, but it's a good movie to have on Blu-ray or DVD. You don't really need to buy it on Blu-ray. A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick. I own The Shining and Full Metal Jacket on DVD, and I want to get all of Stanley Kubrick's films on Blu-ray. I just bought this the other day, and I have seen it before, and this is one of his more cleverer films. It features Malcolm McDowell in it, and you might, if you're following Halloween, he plays Dr. Sam Loomis in Halloween's 1 and 2, the new ones. And, you know, it was written by Stanley Kubrick, produced and directed by Stanley Kubrick, the novel by Anthony Burgess of the same name. It's a really great film. This is one of my top 3 Stanley Kubrick films. I recommend this to anyone who's a fan of Stanley Kubrick. It's about it's about this guy where his name is Alex, and he has a gang of droogs, and he likes to beat up and rape people. Well, he ends up killing someone, and he goes to jail. And they have this cure to where they can where he only has to stay in jail a certain amount of time, and they release him. And towards the end of the movie, he faces the hardships of being rejected by his family, and all of his previous people that he's been beaten up come and, you know, try to hurt him. But this movie looks really great on Blu-ray, way better than the DVD release. 127 hours. This comes with the Blu-ray copy, and it comes with a digital copy that you can put on your computer. This film, as we all know, it was based on a true story, and it was nominated for Best Picture. It features James Franco, and you would most likely remember him from the first 3 Spider-Mans or Pineapple Express. This movie is about Aaron Ralston, and he's hiking, and he ends up hiking alone in this cavern, and he ends up falling in this crevice, and he gets his arm trapped by a boulder, and he's there for 127 hours, which is like roughly 5 days, I believe, and he ends up having to cut off his own arm to escape. It's a really good film, and he keeps hallucinating, and it's a really great film on James Franco's part. And it's directed by Danny Boyle, and his name sounds familiar, even though I can't remember what movie I might have seen of his. But, you know, this is one of those movies, again, where it's one of the recent ones where it doesn't necessarily matter if you have it on Blu-ray or DVD. But it was cheap when I bought it, so I thought I would get it for Blu-ray. It's a really good film. I recommend it. My last one is Toy Story 3. And this has the Blu-ray bonus features, the DVD, and it has a digital copy. This film I absolutely adored in the movie theater. And I just could not get enough of Toy Story because I'm a huge fan of the first 2 films. When I heard they were making a 3rd one, I had to go and see it. And I was not disappointed with Toy Story 3. I absolutely adore this film, and this looks amazing in Blu-ray. Way 10 million times better than the DVD version. If you want to buy this movie, buy it in the Blu-ray version. It looks so much better. So much better. And especially if you have a high-def TV and all these, you know, special cables, it looks really cool. But I highly recommend Toy Story 3 for any human being on the planet. It's a really good film, and even on Blu-ray it looks better, and it's just really amazing. Now that's it for the ones I own, but I am ordering online Fantasia and Fantasia 2000 on Blu-ray, and I love that film, so I can't wait to buy that on Blu-ray. But that's my Blu-ray collection. You know, it's a start. It's not a lot, but, you know, it's a start. So, if you haven't bought a Blu-ray player, I recommend you buy one. They're really cool to own. And, if I get more Blu-ray movies in the future, maybe I'll do a video on them. But that is my Blu-ray collection as of 2011.